have a Gershwin fan in the audience tonight, and he happens to lead a wonderful organization called the Interactive Advertising Bureau. There's a somebody that leads IAB. I know that he turned out to be our advocate in D.C. Yes, he did. Online marketers so misunderstood. We knew he could always be good to ones that play digitally. Although there may not be a job so insanely demanding, with Randall in charge, that's the key. Won't you help him please adopt UAP, use RTB, be self-regulatory, someone to watch IAB.
Tonight, we are pleased to honor the President and CEO of the Interactive Advertising Bureau, Randall Rothenberg. Randall has been leading IAB since 2011. Prior to joining IAB, he spent time at Time Inc., Booz Allen Hamilton, and the New York Times. He's an accomplished writer, author, and marketing leader. Several of Randall's contributions to the industry include volunteer experience with Ad Council, Columbia Journalism Review, Advertising Self-Regulatory Council, and the International Center of Photography. He's an avid photographer on the side as a hobby. You should check out his Instagram. There's lots of really great pictures because he's a birder, so there's really cool pictures on his Instagram. Randall is leading an organization that drives advocacy and legislation for the media world, and that's no easy task, right? We're in a really brand new world with digital, and they're paving the way to make sure that our marketers are doing the right thing and providing standardization in the industry. The IAB represents over 600 companies and serves as the industry's public policy and lobbying organization, market and consumer research center, training and development base, and hub for the development of technical standards and operating best practices. And all of us at the Experian table are IAB certified digital sales people, so yay. Whoops, I'm on the wrong page. Well, anyway, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate Randall Rothenberg.
So it's my dream to come up when Gershwin is playing on a grand piano, so thank you for that. I want to say, just first off, you look beautiful. Dr. Schwedelson, they need no Botox in this room. I'd also like to thank, even though I maybe seem like a little bit of a fish out of water in this audience, I want to let you know that I cut my teeth learning about direct marketing from the greats of the industry. So I want to thank, in addition to the Direct Marketing Club of New York, I want to thank Bill Jamie, who taught me what great direct marketing writing actually is. I want to thank Dave Sayre at Publishers Clearinghouse, who actually opened up the doors to PCH in Long Island when I called him one day and said, I want to tell you all the secrets. I want to learn all the secrets of direct mail from you. And he opened up the doors. And I want to thank Frank Johnson, who gave me my best party line which is, hey, do you want to know what a Johnson box actually is? So thanks to all the people who taught me about direct marketing, and thank you all the folks who actually understand what I was talking about. Now to get a little bit serious for a moment. I am actually very proud of the way we in the IAB community have united to craft meaningful remedies to industry challenges. When the federal government threatened to regulate us because they worried we could misuse consumers' web data, together we and the DMA and others created the Digital Advertising Alliance and its groundbreaking Your Ad Choices self-regulatory program to enable consumers control over their data. When digital immigrants started flooding into our sales forces from other media, we created the IAB Training and Certification Program. That program has graduated more than 10,000 digital sellers and 7,000 certificates in 4 years. Right, thank you. Scott is one of our trainers. These solutions represent the commitment of men and women in the digital media industry, and you're all part of this, whether you want to be or not. These solutions represent the commitment of men and women in the digital media industry to act not just in their own self-interest, but on behalf of others, colleagues and competitors alike. And that is the essence of what trade associations do. We unite colleagues and competitors to find solutions that individually we cannot create on our own. Today, our industry faces perhaps the biggest crisis of our brief existence. For all the trillions of dollars in value the ad-supported internet has created, for all the millions of jobs generated, for all the knowledge created and shared, there has been a dark side. We now know that the networks we operate can be used to distribute stolen content, depriving the creators of journalism and entertainment of their ability to earn a living. We have learned that a set of technologies meant to decentralize information distribution can, in fact, be used by institutions and governments to centralize and block access to real news. We have discovered that the same paths that the curious can trek to satisfy their hunger for knowledge can also be littered deliberately with falsehoods, ready to be plucked and to poison the guileless. We have confronted the terrifying realization that facts and truth and the time-honored processes for reporting them, for publishing them, for establishing them, can be turned into relativistic commodities, undermining the will of our citizenry and the ability of our leaders to make the world a better place. As an industry, as a digital media and marketing and advertising industry, as a direct marketing industry, with the power to persuade people to do things, it is our obligation again to step up and find solutions. But this time, our objective can't be simply to preserve marketing and advertising. When all information becomes suspect, when it's not just an ad impression that may be fraudulent, but the data and the news and the science that undergirds society itself, then we must take civic responsibility for our effect on the world. As leaders of our ecosystem, and everyone in this room is a leader in this ecosystem, in the marketing and media ecosystem, in the digital and interactive and data-driven marketing and ecosystem. As leaders of this ecosystem, all of us have a responsibility to keep our commons safe, secure, and flourishing. Everyone in this room plays a role in rebuilding the truth and trust that undergird democratic capitalism. Communications have consequences. You wouldn't want your daughter to ride in a car made with faulty tires. You wouldn't want your son to breakfast on a cereal sourced from bacteria-riddled grains. Then you shouldn't abet the creation, distribution, or monetization of untruthful, dangerous falsehoods to other people's sons and daughters. That is our obligation as citizens of the United States. And so anyone who is involved in distributing anything fake, whether it's news or not, should just stop it now. My essential message to the media, marketing, and advertising industries, and the premise of my career since I stopped being a journalist and started serving the people who create advertising and marketing and support journalism is this: get yourself out of the fake anything business. The values we hold dear, diversity, freedom of speech and religion, freedom of enterprise, are under assault. And digital marketing, advertising, media, and technology companies bear some measure of responsibility to find and implement solutions. We can rebuild the trust, and the time to start is now. Thank you for this honor. It really means a great deal to me, and it means even more to me to be able to stand before you and ask you to join together with the IEB, with the Direct Marketing Club of New York, with the DMA, with the ANA, with the 4As, and the other organizations with which my organization partners to make sure that truth and honesty in advertising and marketing are the first premise and first responsibility of our business. Thank you.